Good afternoon, Knights. Thanks for joining us. I'm Abby Smith. Today is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024, and here's your Charge on Air update. SpaceX plans to take another batch of Starlink satellites this evening. A Falcon X rocket will take up a payload of 23 satellites. The launch was bumped to today after the weather over the last 2 days wasn't ideal for booster recovery. The launch is slated for 5:47 p.m. from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Visibility is great today, so many skywatchers can look east to catch the liftoff. UCF has a new online system called Leganto, meant to help students and faculty access resources available in the library through Canvas. The system is made in cooperation with the Digital Learning Now Act, as an effort to make education more accessible and affordable for students. It also helps faculty improve their courses by renewing their curriculum without invalid materials or broken links to resources. Learning resources librarian Joe Bizun says Leganto is a tool faculty should utilize to help their students be even more successful in their classes.
Faculty will be encouraged to use library resources in their courses. And if they do that, then students have access right directly to these library resources, so then they don't have to be purchasing ebooks or textbooks or anything on their own.
Bizun says there is a notable increase in library resource usage since Leganto was created. He encourages professors to use their system in their new regular curriculum to not only benefit students, but make managing their own classes easier too. This fall, UCF introduced a new course that focuses on the history of hip-hop and its 50 years of impact on the world. During a virtual 5-week course, students will explore the beats, rhythms, and history of hip-hop covering 50 years. Guest speakers such as Grandmaster Caz, Bill Alder, and Reggie Sanders will make an appearance. The course was developed by Dr. Keith Harrison and Dr. Marcus Fennell in a partnership with UCF Continuing Education. Dr. Fennell says students will learn the evolution of hip-hop.
Starting in the 60s, 70s, and then every module will kind of move through the different eras of hip-hop. From Grandmaster Caz and through 50 Cent, Jay-Z, to the modern Nipsey Hussle and some of the other leading artists in hip-hop.
UCF Continuing Education says students can sign up for spring 2025. For more information, visit ec.ucf.edu. The Filipino Student Association at UCF brought a taste of the Philippines to campus. Every year, Filipino American History Month is celebrated from October 1st to November 1st to honor Filipino culture and heritage. To join the celebrations, the Filipino Student Association hosted its first ever Philo Festival. The event was held at Lake Claire, where students enjoyed music, traditional food, and lively dances. Dominic Rapatoli, Vice President of the FSA, said this event touched his heart.
So being surrounded by so many Filipinos has definitely grown pride in my culture. And to be able to host one of the first ever Philo Fest at UCF, it brings a lot of joy to my heart, especially that I will be able to share the culture that the Philippines has to everybody around me.
Students from the Filipino community at UCF said they hope this event becomes a tradition on campus. If you're interested in joining other events with the Filipino community, you can find their events on their Instagram at FSA_UCF. UCF downtown students have partnered with 2 local organizations to help the community recover after Hurricane Milton. Charge on Air reporter Gracie Rodriguez shows us how these students are making a difference in the community.
All right, you guys are all set. Have a good day.
It's been less than a month since 2 hurricanes struck Florida, and some UCF downtown students are working to give back to the Paramore community. In a partnership with Second Harvest and Serenity's Grace Food Banks, students gathered with local volunteers to distribute food to those in need on Thursday morning. Coco Karras is the CEO and co-founder of Serenity's Grace Food Bank. She says that both hurricanes, Helene and Milton, have brought more visitors to their food distributions.
With the hurricanes, I think the need is even greater now because a lot of people lost. We have phone calls of people that lost everything. They can't make it today.
Volunteers have been preparing all morning for this event. Over 18,000 pounds of food are being distributed, as you can see behind me. Just one bag of potatoes is over 10 pounds, and each of these foods are being distributed to families in the community. Those receiving the donated goods came to Thursday's distribution both in cars and on foot. Student volunteers like senior mechanical engineering major Shane Wingfield loaded cars as they drove by.
But I'm just glad that we can help them the way that we can. At the end of the day, when you're doing the right thing, it's all worth it in the end.
Aside from 10 pounds of potatoes, volunteers distributed many other staples like eggs and whole wheat wraps. As distributions continued, one message was clear.
There's no reason to be in America and be hungry. Like, you need to focus on studies, not focus on food.
In Paramore, Grace Rodriguez, The Charge on Air.
Student volunteers like Wingfield said they are proud to help their community. Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today is a high 85 degrees with sunny skies and a low chance of rain throughout the day. Tonight the low will hit 68 degrees with no chance of rain, but tomorrow's high is expected to hit 84 degrees with the low going down to 64 degrees and sunny skies. It won't be much warmer than today, but you might want to keep those sunglasses handy. That's all the time we have for now. Make sure to keep up with all that's happening throughout the week by following us on Instagram at The Charged News. And check back here tomorrow for another news update. I'm Abby Smith. Thanks for watching and have a great day.